goddamn Joker guy, man. What? He's shooting like, they say in like the last 5 or 6 games, he's shooting like 77% from the field.
Yeah, I mean, this season in 3 weeks, I think he's at 67% from the field.
Oh my god! And by the way, and this is not like one of those guys back in the day, like all dunks, or all layups. No, this is everything.
All three levels.
Nikola
The NBA
Jokic
still has
continues
zero
to lead
answers
the
for
NBA
Nikola Jokic.
scrambling for answers.
Denver is sitting at 19 and 6,
Despite Denver sitting
missing
at
2
19
starters.
and 6
and Jokic
missing
is still
2
running
starters,
the league like it's
Jokic
light work.
is dominating
He's putting
the
up
league with
29.8
staggering
points,
efficiency,
12.4
averaging
rebounds, and a
29.8
league best
points,
10.8 assists
12.4
on
rebounds,
insane
and a
efficiency.
league-leading
And somehow
10.8
people are still
assists per
acting
game.
casual about it.
Yet
The
somehow
Nuggets just won
people are
5
still
straight,
acting
capped by
casual
their
about
biggest
it.
win of the
The
season
Nuggets
against
have
Houston,
just won 5
and that stretch
straight,
told the real
capped by a
story.
massive victory
Jokic
over
isn't just
Houston.
playing well,
And that
he's holding
stretch
the entire
revealed the
operation
full
together.
extent of
This isn't
Jokic's
about
impact.
stats anymore.
He
This is
isn't
about
just
how
scoring.
unstoppable
His
Denver
playmaking
becomes
is
when
what
he's
makes
locked in
Denver
like
nearly
this.
unstoppable.
And it doesn't even start with scoring.
Leading the league in assists
playmaking
doesn't
is the
fully
real
capture
problem.
the precision
Yeah,
and
the box
timing
score
of his
says
passes.
he leads the league in assists,
He moves
but
the
that
ball
doesn't
at
explain how
lightning
brutal
speed,
these passes
creating
actually
open
are.
shots almost before
Jokic isn't
defenses
padding
can
numbers.
react.
He's breaking
One
defenses in real
possession
time
might
and
see him
making
hit
everything
Peyton
feel
Watson in the
unfair.
post,
Watch how
receive the ball
fast he
back,
moves
and
the ball.
feed Watson
He hits
for an
Peyton Watson in the
uncontested
post,
layup.
gets it right
On
back,
another,
and Watson
he
has an
seals his
easy layup
defender,
before the defense
catches
can
the
blink.
ball, and delivers
Nothing
a
flashy,
perfect bounce
just
pass to
deadly
Jamal
simple.
Murray for an easy
Then
dunk.
off a made basket,
It's not
Jokic
luck,
sprints to the
it's
post,
vision,
seals his man
timing,
catches,
and
and
control.
fires a bounce pass to
On
Jamal
subsequent
Murray for a
possessions,
wide open
he
dunk.
repeatedly
That's
threads
not
the
luck.
needle to Murray
That's vision,
without
timing,
hesitation,
and control.
turning
Before the
simple
defense even knows
opportunities
they're
into
cooked.
immediate
And it
points.
just keeps going.
The brilliance lies
Another
not in
possession,
flashy passes,
Nikola Jokic
but in
catches
the
it on the
pace
block
and
and instantly
anticipation
guides
that leave
Jamal Murray
defenses
right
no
into
time to
space
adjust.
for an easy layup.
Even without key players
Next
like
trip
Aaron
down,
Gordon
the
and
ball
Christian
barely
Braun,
hits Jokic's
Jokic
hands,
is
and
making
he's
the
already
Nuggets
firing it
offense
inside
look
to Murray
effortless,
again. No pause,
demonstrating
no
why
extra
he's
dribbles,
arguably
just
the most
immediate
unstoppable
punishment.
force in
Not
the
every
league right
pass
now.
looks flat.
Toughest dude in the league to guard right now, in your opinion?
They gotta be a big fella.
Right now, Denver is operating with a 126 offensive rating. Absolutely insane. And it all comes down to Nikola Jokic's court vision and decision-making. He reads the defense instantly. A hard closeout? He swings the ball to Michael Porter Jr. for a wide-open 3. Simple basketball, devastating results. But it's not just the passes. His scoring gravity bends the floor in ways the box score can't capture. When Atlanta locks in on him, they completely forget Peyton Watson lurking under the rim for an uncontested dunk. Indiana does the same, leaving Bruce Brown wide open because every defender's eyes are glued to Jokic. That's pure control and calculated chaos, which is why opposing defenses look so helpless. At first glance, it seems like NBA teams are just giving up wide open shots, but when you zoom out, it's clear that everything Denver does revolves around Jokic manipulating attention and creating opportunities.
Writ large, to please take a look and pay attention to what Nikola Jokic is doing.
Take a look at what Nikola Jokic is doing right now. Teams are legitimately terrified of letting him beat them by himself. That fear causes panic, and panic leads to mistakes, all of which Jokic is ready to exploit. This season, he's not just orchestrating the offense, he's scoring at an elite level too, averaging nearly 30 points per night on absurd efficiency. This isn't a guy forcing shots to pad stats. It's scoring that flows naturally within the offense, possession after possession. Defenses are stuck choosing their poison, and every option is bad. About 24% of his shots come from within 3 feet, and he's finishing at 79%. Elite efficiency. Step back, and he punishes you from 3 at 42%. Again, top tier. Most of these looks are what defenses willingly give him because they're terrified of letting him operate in the post, where his gravity distorts coverage and opens up teammates. And that fear is justified. Once Jokic gets comfortable inside the arc, it's almost game over. On short mid-range jumpers, he's shooting 63%, landing in the 96th percentile. And from long mid-range, he's even better at 66%. Essentially, there's no spot on the floor where
we just taking this dude for granted, man. He is the best basketball player in the world. You just going out there getting easy triple doubles every day, and he ain't getting them fluky 10 points, 10 rebounds, 11. He get like 25, 16, and 7.
Every defensive choice against Nikola Jokic becomes a mistake. He doesn't rush, he doesn't force anything. He simply takes whatever the defense allows. And this is where his genius fully connects. His scoring from every spot on the floor amplifies his passing. By forcing defenses to overcommit to stopping him, Jokic turns into a one-man offensive system. With him on the court, Denver is posting a staggering 130.3 offensive rating, ranking at the very top of the league. We often highlight his unmatched vision, but what sometimes gets overlooked is that he might also be the best scorer in the NBA, making him a true dual threat and the engine behind Denver's elite offense.
I had a good night. The ball was going in, and we won the game. You know, the guys were coach running play for me, and you know.
Nikola Jokic has been nearly unstoppable this season, averaging close to 30 points per game on an astonishing 72% true shooting, and he rises to the occasion whenever the competition heats up. On December 15th, he delivered a masterclass against Houston, providing one of the clearest examples of his dominance all year. From the very first possessions, Houston tried pressing him out at the three-point line, but that strategy backfired immediately. Jokic dribbled, drew help defenders, and calmly found Peyton Watson wide open in the corner for a three. Simple, precise, and devastating. A few possessions later, the same pattern repeated. Receiving the ball from Jamal Murray, Jokic didn't even need to survey the court. He already knew where Watson was cutting and delivered a perfect pass for an easy dunk. That's preloaded offense. When Murray attacked the paint, the collapsing defense swung the ball back to Jokic, and he calmly drained a catch-and-shoot three. Mixing in the Jokic-Murray two-man game, with Jokic popping out for another triple, Houston found themselves chasing shadows. Interestingly, the early stages of the game even hinted that Jokic was slightly off, but even then he completely controlled the flow, making Houston's defense look helpless.
All night. And he said it's not easy, and I'm sure it's not, but he makes it look.
Jokic right now is putting together a Wilt Chamberlain-style statistical.
A few minutes later, Nikola Jokic found just enough space to knock down a straight-on three, pushing Denver up by 4 with a little over 3 minutes left. They ran the same play again, Thompson got caught on the handoff, Schengen had to back up, and Jokic calmly buried another three. On the next possession, he made the perfect read, kicking it out to Spencer Jones, who stepped up and nailed a huge three with just over a minute left. In overtime, the same dynamic continued. Murray found Jokic, who found Jones for another massive three. Jones logged 41 minutes in the game and showed he might not stay on a two-way contract much longer. With under 2 minutes left in OT, Jokic backed down Schengen, spun, drew the foul, and calmly walked to the line as if routine. Eventually, he fouled out on a tough defensive play against Reed Shepherd, but by then, the damage was done. He had given Denver more than enough to secure the win. Jokic finished with 39 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists, and 4 steals, allowing the team to close out the game. Jamal Murray stepped up with 35 points and 5 assists on efficient shooting. Bruce Brown contributed like vintage 2023, flying around, grabbing boards, making plays, and coming up with key steals. And Spencer Jones made crucial contributions off the bench, hitting 2 massive threes and making plays on both ends. The Nuggets snapped a rare 4-game home losing streak, improving to 19-6 on the season. What's most impressive is that this might be the worst version of Denver we'll see all year. They were missing Aaron Gordon and Christian Braun, and Peyton Watson went down after just 6 minutes against Houston. Even so, they're still near the top of the Western Conference. Defensive struggles are explainable. With Gordon on the floor, Denver posts a 106.6 defensive rating, elite territory. But without him, that number jumps to 120.6, a massive 14-point swing. Once the team is healthy, they're likely to be an even stronger defensive unit, pairing one of the greatest offensive systems ever with elite defense, a classic championship formula. Jamal Murray is playing like a full-on all-star, averaging 24.9 points, 6.8 assists, 4.4 rebounds, and 1.1 steals on 63% true shooting, and he's showing consistent effort night after night. Additionally, Denver has improved how they perform when Jokic sits. Last season, they were outscored by 9.8 points per 100 possessions without him. This year, that number is down to minus 3.5, meaning the team can survive in his absence while dominating when he's on the floor. Looking at the league, Denver seems primed to be the main threat to the Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs. They have Jokic, one of the greatest offensive systems ever, a defense poised to return to the top 10 once healthy, and a bench that can hold its own when Jokic rests. Even a weaker version of this team pushed Oklahoma City to 7 games last year. Despite recent defensive struggles, Denver has consistently looked like a top-tier team, and Jokic has been dominant all season. The Nuggets' championship aspirations remain very much alive.